Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kroy Biermann begs judge to force sale home, all Kim's fault. Hoa alum Kroy Biermann is begging the judge to force the sale of his Georgia mansion, but is it all Kim Zolciak's fault? The estranged duo have dodged foreclosure for over 2 years, but it is fast approaching. They were given a timeline to sell their home, and it has not happened. It is now believed to be Kim's fault, so should the home sale be forced? Keep reading for all of the details. In the summer of 2022, it looked like Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's lavish Georgia mansion was headed to foreclosure. Luckily, by some miracle, they were able to keep their home and act like everything was fine. By the beginning of 2023, it was happening again and talks of an auction were starting. This caused a lot of concern, especially since the couple owed over $1 million to the IRS. They denied anything was going to happen to their home, and in the blink of an eye, filed for divorce. They soon reconciled but ended it once again. Accusations were thrown at each other, unpaid debts came out, cars were repossessed, and Kim attempted to make money by selling lavish items from the family's closet. The home was still an issue, and they did make a deal with Truist Bank. They had to sell the home or it would be foreclosed upon. Months have gone by, and they have slashed the price a few times but no takers. Now, Kroy Biermann is blaming Kim Zolciak, saying that the home should have been priced much lower if they really wanted to sell it. According to TMZ, he believes $3.5 million is fine, but Kim won't go any lower than $3.85. In her mind, $3.05 would not allow her to buy a home, but that is not working for Kroy. He wants the court to allow him to sell the home at whatever price he thinks is appropriate. More so, he does not want Kim involved whatsoever. For him, it is a matter of credit and how he will be negatively impacted by a foreclosure set for October with his name on the mortgage. Allegedly, Kim Zolciak is stating that she won't have any money for a new home if they do not keep the house at its current listing price. However, Kroy Biermann is calling her out on that and is saying it is just plain false. He shares that the mother of 6 is indulging in $400 bottles of wine by the case, as well as shopping sprees, cosmetic procedures, gambling, and partying. It has been noted in the past that Kim has a gambling problem and was even brought up for why they are in such deep debt. The Hoa alum was recently seen on MTV's Surreal Life, Villa of Secrets. There, she kept saying she was making money for the family. Do you agree with what Kroy is trying to do? Even with all of the money they owe, is he still trying to save them in the long run? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. In a dramatic turn of events that few could have predicted, Kroy Biermann, the former NFL linebacker and reality TV star, is now begging the judge to force the sale of his home, pointing fingers squarely at his estranged wife, Kim Zolciak, for the financial chaos that has unfolded. Once, they were the picture-perfect couple, a fixture on television with their grand mansion and seemingly limitless lifestyle. Now, the world is watching as their marriage and finances unravel in the harsh glare of the public eye. The Glamorous Beginning. Kroy and Kim first met in 2010, when he was a rising star with the Atlanta Falcons, and she was a fan favorite on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Their whirlwind romance, marriage, and the birth of 4 children unfolded on reality TV. To the outside world, they seemed to have it all: a fairy tale love story, a sprawling mansion, and a lavish lifestyle filled with expensive cars, designer clothes, and luxurious vacations. But behind the glitz and glamour, trouble was brewing. Kroy, who retired from football in 2016, saw his income significantly shrink, while Kim continued her extravagant spending. Despite efforts to keep up appearances, the couple's financial problems became impossible to ignore. The cracks began to show. The first signs of trouble appeared in 2022, when rumors began swirling about the couple's mounting debt. Kim's spending habits were a frequent topic of gossip in Atlanta's high society circles. From her high-end beauty treatments and designer wardrobe to the constant home renovations, it was clear that Kim was living large. But Kroy's football salary was long gone, and the endorsements and business ventures that once supplemented their income had dried up. The final straw came in 2023 when their mansion, a stunning $2.6 million estate in Alpharetta, Georgia, went into foreclosure. Kroy, desperate to keep his family's home, took out several loans to cover the payments, but it wasn't enough. By 2024, the financial strain had pushed Kroy and Kim's marriage to the breaking point. Amid bitter arguments over money, trust, and loyalty, the couple filed for divorce. The battle over the mansion. As the divorce proceedings trudged forward, one major issue remained unresolved: the mansion. Kroy, who had always prided himself on being the provider and protector of his family, was determined to hold onto the home for the sake of their children. However, as the foreclosure loomed larger, it became clear that saving the house was no longer a realistic option. Enter the courtroom drama. Kroy's plea to the judge to force the sale of the home wasn't just about getting out from under the crippling debt. It was about accountability. In court documents, Kroy made a shocking claim that Kim's reckless spending habits were the primary reason they found themselves in such dire financial straits. He detailed a laundry list of expenses that, in his eyes, were unnecessary and irresponsible, ranging from Kim's frequent plastic surgeries to her extravagant parties and expensive shopping sprees. Kroy's attorneys argued that the only way to truly move forward was to cut their losses and sell the mansion. Mr. Biermann is simply trying to make the best of a bad situation, one of his lawyers stated during the hearing. He wants to secure a stable financial future for his children, and holding onto this property is not conducive to that goal. Kim's side of the story. Kim, of course, had a different take. The former Real Housewives of Atlanta star fired back, accusing Kroy of trying to make her the scapegoat for their financial woes. In her own court filings, Kim claimed that Kroy had mismanaged their money just as much as she had, if not more. She pointed out that while she may have enjoyed the finer things in life, Kroy had made a series of poor investment decisions over the years, many of which had cost them significant sums of money. Kim's lawyers also made it clear that she was not in favor of selling the mansion. Mrs. Zolciak Biermann has deep emotional ties to this home, her attorney said during a heated exchange in court. This is where she has raised her children, where they have created countless memories. Forcing the sale of this property would be a devastating blow to her and her family. Kim was adamant that they could still salvage the situation, suggesting that with the right financial advisor and some careful budgeting, they could hold onto the house and gradually get out of debt. But Kroy wasn't buying it. In his eyes, the house was a sinking ship, and the only way to save himself and her children was to abandon it. The public spectacle. As with many celebrity divorces, the battle between Kroy and Kim has played out in the public eye. Paparazzi have swarmed the couple's home, eager to capture the latest developments. Fans of the couple, many of whom had followed their journey from the very beginning, were shocked and saddened by the news. Social media exploded with commentary, some siding with Kroy, others with Kim. Some fans pointed out that Kim had always lived a lavish lifestyle, even before she met Kroy, and that expecting her to change now was unrealistic. Others sympathized with Kroy, arguing that he had worked hard to provide for his family and was now being unfairly vilified for trying to protect their financial future. The judge's decision. The judge presiding over the case has yet to make a final ruling, but legal experts predict that Kroy's request to force the sale of the mansion will likely be granted. With foreclosure already underway, it's only a matter of time before the house is sold, whether the couple likes it or not. Kroy's plea is an attempt to take control of the situation before it spirals even further out of control. As for Kim, the future is uncertain. She has vowed to fight to keep the home, But without a significant change in her financial situation, it's hard to see how that will be possible. The end of an era. For Kroy and Kim, the sale of their mansion will mark the end of a chapter in their lives. Once, they were the epitome of reality TV royalty, living a life most people could only dream of. Now, they are faced with the harsh reality that even the most glamorous of lives can come crashing down. As the legal battle rages on, one thing is clear: the days of Kim and Kroy's lavish lifestyle are over. What remains to be seen is whether they can pick up the pieces and rebuild their lives separately. For now, Kroy's plea to the judge is a desperate attempt to salvage what little is left. Whether or not he'll succeed remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: this is a story far from over.